Well, hello again. It's been a while. I haven't put a video up for a while. I'm not really a proper YouTuber. I'm not looking to put up videos all the time, but people have been kind enough to keep subscribing. It's only a couple per week, but you know, that's nice of them. I had a comment yesterday which I was rather amused by. So I've got a crib sheet over there. I'll just read it off. And it said it was on one of my videos about the D3, the one where I'm joking with my brother, and it said, "Love this video," and that guy, such a humble guy. Absolutely right. I am. I want to have your babies. You are lovely for saying that. Oh, you're a guy. Not a problem. Our woke institutions and media, with their crazy surrender to most extreme transactivism, men can have babies. As we know, they have cervixes, they can get pregnant, so we shall have children together, you lovely commenter. Right, now, I was going to talk about a couple of things. One of the things is I'm still struggling over whether to, because of my kind of keenness to experiment and compare everything, I've got this D3S, which I really like, and I've got this D4, which in some respects is a little bit better. This is a little bit more expensive. This one's about 800 quid, just under, I think, and this one was just under the 500 quid mark. Now the D4, it has a little bit higher resolution, 16 megapixels. When you look at your images and zoom in on them, I use several apps for that. I use Nikon NX Studio, and I use actually I use Photoshop Elements rather than proper Photoshop, because I just post for the internet pictures. So I have all my raw files, of course, but I end up making everything in JPEG. So I start off with RAWs and use NX Studio to do it. Anyway, I'm completely drifting off topic there, as I tend to. I am a bit of a rambler, and I apologise for that. Yeah, so the D4, you get a bit more detail, a little bit more sharpness when you blow up the images, and that's a great thing. The autofocus is really grabby and quick as well, which is great. So this is cool. I've used it for one photo shoot, been very pleased with it. I've got another one in just under 2 weeks, and I'll give this another shot then as well, and see what I think. I like this D3S. I've had this a bit longer, and I use it for street shooting. I haven't actually used this on a street shoot yet, which is, I don't really know why I haven't, because I've had it a few months now. But yeah, when I sort of go out wandering around asking people if I can snap them, I tend to take this D3S, and it's pretty good. I think that's because I admired this French photographer, Dominic Fusina, Fusina, F-U-S-I-N-A, Dominic, D-O-M-I-N-I-K, French photographer on Flickr. He's just got this whole slew of hundreds of really nice street portrait shots shot on a D3S with a 50mm 1.4 lens. So I tend to use this quite a lot for street shooting, because I'm a bit of a copycat, and I like to see what works and then buy it. So this is great. I no longer have the 1.4 AFD now. I bought this. I got a tremendously bargain price, actually. Somebody pointed it out to me on Facebook Marketplace, and I went up to a Hook and bought that from somebody. It's the 1.8G, and yeah, it's pretty good. And the only reason I swapped it really was I do anticipate buying a Nikon Z6 mirrors at some point. You can put these AFS lenses on the converter, and they will autofocus whereas the old AFD screw-driven lenses, they're going to be manual focus on the converter on a Z camera. Yeah, so that's it. So I haven't quite decided whether to kind of rationalise on either the D3S or the D4. I'm having a bit of a tough thing because I really like the look and the colour of the images out of the D3S, but then the D4 does have the slightly quicker focus, the more durable 400,000K shutter, the joysticks for moving your focus point around, which are nice, and the extra resolution. And theoretically, I think you can probably pull a little more detail out of either end if you get your exposure wrong with the D4 raw files as well. So that is an unresolved question at the moment. So still the D3S, still the D4, so that's okay. The other thing I was going to talk about was you over there. No, not you, the viewers. I don't care about you. Yes, I do. No, the D810, which is filming me there. I've been a bit mean to that. I've told myself and other people that I don't like it as much as these flagship D3S, D3X, D4 bodies, and that's true. I mean, I love these big things, picking them up. They are massive viewfinders. They just feel a joy to pick up, like, I don't know, a classic car with your leather seats and wire wheels and just a gorgeous look, compared with the more modern, rather less exciting things, well, in my view. But having said that, the D810, it's you know, it's pretty good. I actually took it to a shoot. This was last summer. I took it to one of these model group shoots, a studio called Neon Dreams, and shot this model. And oh, what's she called? Charlie. Yes, Charlie, spelt I-E-E at the end. And I had both the D3X and I had the D810 there, and I did a bunch of the sets with the D3X, and it was all good. And then they had a sort of contre-jour type thing with a kind of, you know, two strip boxes illuminating a white background behind the model, and the model was wearing a kind of white sort of nylon-y kind of nightdress type thing, and so you had a kind of you had like one of these bright background pictures with the light almost bleeding past, and I shot it with the D810 and the Nikon 8518G, and I kind of felt that it wasn't grabbing onto focus as fast, and it was struggling a bit, and I was thinking, oh, these are going to be you know, my impression was the D3X had done a better job of grabbing focus. But when I actually got home, I discovered that the D810 images, which I had doubted, were almost all nice and sharp, and they'd hit focus, even though the impression was that it was struggling to hit focus. They had, and so I actually had a beautiful set of D810 images, and so I'd actually maligned the poor old D810, and it had done a good job. Now, I haven't used it a great deal since then, apart from filming a couple of these YouTube videos, but yeah, I'm not prepared to write off the D810 yet. So you all know I'm a cheapskate. Well, you don't all know it, but if you have followed my videos, which very few people have, you know that I'm always kind of trashing the idea of, you know, Tony Northrup buying a Sony A1 or the latest Z9. For Hagen, I watch these people. What's his name? The Australian guy, not Matt Granger, but the other one. How embarrassing to forget your name. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. But these people are absolute, particularly the Australian photographer who's, I can't remember. He's kind of a complete evangelist for for everything Nikon mirrorless. Now I'm kind of skeptical, you know. I feel that these things will land focus and do pretty well if you're taking portraits. So I'm not too panicked. Yeah, I will probably have a Z6 at some point. Also, D810, D850. Why haven't I had a D850? Well, it's a kind of price thing, really. I've kind of made this kind of rule for myself that I'm not going to buy a body that's more than about 800 quid. And basically the 810 hasn't got down to there yet. I guess the kind of cheapest prices on D850 used bodies are, oh, I don't know, £1,000 maybe. I've seen a couple under on Facebook Marketplace, but you never quite know what you're getting there. So I guess I'm looking for the D810, the D850 bodies to come down to around 800 quid used on MPB before I pick one up and give it a go. I'm not anticipating that for at least another year. If we have a kind of crazy recession with hyperinflation, things may go the other way. We don't know. We just don't know. But that's the thoughts of Chairman Timmy at the moment on the kit I've got, and yeah, I just thought I'd pop up another video because I hadn't done that for a while. I don't know how much time has passed on this video. I may clip this out, but I did see a video that rather amused me. There's a photographer, I'm not going to name him. He's not a big name at all, but he's put up some Z6 videos because he's bought a Z6 and liked it, and he put up a few of those. So I was kind of interested in the Z6, so I had a look at those and thought, yeah, well. And I saw he had one that said, why have I been missing for a while? And it was kind of only a sort of 3 or 4 minutes or so, maybe 6. And I thought I'd have a look. And yeah, basically he was saying, oh, I've been building myself a new, office studio sort of thing, and it's all absolutely wonderful. And he's sort of standing by the door, oh, what's the big secret in here, and things. And he kind of opens the door, and he's got, the new office with kind of like blue walls and tops and, nice kind of designer lamps and all that sort of thing. And he's saying, oh, this is my new, YouTube creation office thing, I'm going to be like a full-time, YouTuber now and things. And I'm thinking, oh yeah. And I kind of, I look at the number of subscriptions he's got, and it's, I don't know, about 270 odd. And this video was about 6 months ago. And I looked at a more recent one, and I think he'd gone up by about 1 or 2 subscriptions. And I was kind of like laughing because I was thinking, well, he's only got like a few more subscriptions than I have, and kind of I'm not bothered at all about it, and think all this YouTube, I'm making myself a famous YouTuber thing. I think it's all complete bollocks. And yet he's sort of like built this wonderful office and is sort of like announcing that he's making YouTube videos. It's his full-time career now. And what can you make of something like that? Maybe he'll become Tony Northrup, but I kind of doubt it. As I say, I'm not going to name him, but if you have a look around a few Z6 review videos at Brits doing it, you might come across it and recognise what I'm talking about. I think I've waffled on enough now, haven't I? Cheerio.